Good afternoon, everybody, and happy first off of the new year, first Wednesday of the new year, 2021. It is our live stream. It is live stream with MJ or Mary Jo Coulehan. I'm the executive director of the Pagosa Springs Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, everybody, to we hope a wonderful 2021. We were quite busy in the community this past week, so lots of visitors. We're hoping that we will remain safe and healthy. Our numbers for COVID are increasing just slightly, so we're still not under the parameters that we need to be to continue to move farther down the alert guide than we would like to be, the color guide. Currently, though, we do want to let our community know that we are in level orange. Now, that's per a governor's order. That's really not because we've met the parameters of what it needs to be in that color section. So we're hoping our numbers are increasing just slightly, but we're hoping that, again, everybody is practicing safe distancing and great protocols like washing your hands and if you are comfortable, masking up. So we really want to make sure that everybody's doing their part to make sure that we stay as healthy as we possibly can. With that going into level orange, we do want to let people know that our business community, in particular our restaurants, are now able to open for indoor dining up to 25% capacity. So that does mean that there are restaurants out there that have some tables open for indoor dining. But, you know, I really want to give a shout out to our businesses, our restaurants in particular, for adapting to our winter situation and the town of Pagosa Springs for allowing these variances to occur and people to eat out. You know, luckily the weather, good or bad, the weather's been beautiful. We did get some snow, so that's also great. But, you know, these businesses have made a lot of changes and investment to their business. And so in just a few minutes, we'll be talking with Laura Lewis Marchino, who is the executive director at Region 9 Economic Development District. And we're going to talk about some of these programs that might help our business community. And a number of them are very industry specific to assist our gyms and fitness centers, personal services, live entertainment, and our restaurants that have really, really been hit hard, especially here in our community. So just remember that we are at a level orange listing right now. Please don't go wild, but make sure that if your business still wants to hand out masks and stuff, we do have those available at the Chamber of Commerce, and we're happy to give those to you for free. Just give us a call and we'll be happy to set some aside for you. And again, indoor dining is available. Now, the other thing that has come up, a lot of people has seen the activity that's going on in Durango, and that's the 5-star program. So we are getting a lot of inquiries if that is even happening here in Archuleta County. Yes, it is. We do have a very similar 5-star program that we are almost ready to submit to the state of Colorado. We're waiting for a few more letters of support as well as information. And then we will present that to the CDPHE on the state level. That being said, we still have to be within certain parameters for that program to be active. So while our business community is getting ourselves healthier and falling into those parameters, our restaurants and our gyms can apply for this 5-star program. If you are interested in finding out more about this program, you can either contact Robert Clark, who is the new CDC Economic Recovery Coordinator, and you can do that through the Chamber's number, 264-2360. And Robert will be happy to get in touch with you. He's not always in the office, as all of us are doing. We are also working remotely, but we'll be happy to get him that information. Or many of us know Jason Cox, who is a huge contributor to our restaurant industry here in Pagosa Springs. He also has information on the 5-star program. So yes, we are working on that. We're excited that that's going to move forward. Yes, it is extra work for our business community, but if our restaurants and personal and gyms want to go that extra step, it is certainly a big benefit for your business to allow more people into your business, and you can increase that base to help you economically. So those are a couple of the programs that we have going on right now at the beginning of this new year. But one program that we're very, very excited about, we haven't found if we've received all the funding yet, but we're pretty encouraged and pretty sure we're going to get some kind of funding, and that's through Archuleta County and through the Small Business Relief Program. And here to help me talk about this program is Laura Lewis Marchino, who again is the Executive Director of the Region 9 Economic Development District. And I can't tell you, she is just my mentor and my model, and one day I'll be a fabulous executive director like Laura. But thank you, Laura, so much for joining us. Before we talk about the Small Business Relief Program, could you just give a real brief overview of Region 9, because you do serve, your organization serves 5 counties, even though you're based in Durango, and Pagosa actually has an office here for Region 9.
Yes, well, thank you so much, Mary Jo. Region 9 serves 5 counties, the 10 cities and towns and 2 tribes within Southwest Colorado. And we have 4 major programs. One is we do a business loan fund where we work with startup businesses or businesses that for some reason are not quite bankable. And then we also administer a lot of state and federal programs, including Energize Colorado, which just ended. Many of the restaurants and organizations in the community received some grant funding. We also do economic development planning. We helped find funding to hire Robert Clark as the CDC first director. And we want to support economic development activities in Archuleta County. And then we also work around data. And I won't go into that right now, but we are a state data affiliate. So if you need any data information, economic modeling, we do that. And I know Mary Jo puts a lot of data out herself, so we can help any business if you're looking at economic trends, whatever. But I do want to invite you. Tomorrow is the Southwest Economic Forum, which is hosted by Fort Lewis College's School of Business. And it's from 8 to 10. And I know MJ will get out information on that. It's virtual. It'll be 2 hours of data for all you data geeks.
For all you data geeks.
We will have regional data, including Archuleta County trends first, and then there'll be Dr. Richard Wobbekind will talk about state economic data and the economy, and then we'll have someone from Wells Fargo's, an economist who will talk about the national data. And I know with COVID, everyone is very interested, more so than normal, about kind of the trends and how businesses and industries are doing and what we can expect. So I just wanted to mention that to all of you.
Great. Yeah, I've gone to it for a very long time, and I never walk away amazed at data and how interesting it really can be. So thanks for that reminder. We'll make sure that we get that out through our social media channels. And everybody, tomorrow, get up early, 8 o'clock, get your cup of coffee, and join in on the Southwest Economic Forum. So Laura, a big, there is so much talk right now about the stimulus package. Mm-hmm. Certainly the Chamber of Commerce has a lot of that information on our website. We've got some overview of it in bite-sized pieces so people can kind of understand better about what the new PPP program is and the EIDL. There's some other programs in there. There's some extensions for our businesses. But this is a program that's really a grant, which is pretty exciting. And of course, businesses love that because every time I mention it to someone, they're like, yay, that's free money. So Archuleta County is applying for some funds to manage that program here. So do you want to give us some highlights of how our businesses can certainly benefit from this program?
Sure. So this came out in December from the state legislature. They approved some money to help capacity impacted businesses. So again, this funding, it is grant funding, is only for restaurants, bars, caterers, fitness centers, those types of things that have had to severely restrict their capacity. There is an application already available that MJ can direct you to for businesses that think that they fit in this category. But in a nutshell, what this funding is supposed to be is grant funding between $3,500 and $7,000. Very simple application if you fit those eligible criteria. And the money has to be out by February 12th. And of course, we found out in December, and it is for all counties that were in red or purple as of mid-December when this was approved. And Archuleta County, I guess good news, bad news, was in red, so they are eligible. And the county did apply for these funds. We will find out on the 15th how much money is received, but just know that the application is already available. I would say just apply. We will let you know if we don't get the funding, but it is our belief that all of the counties that apply and, cross their I's or cross their T's and dot their I's will get a portion of the $53 million. So this money will then come down to the county, and all eligible businesses that submit an application will get anywhere between $3,500 and $7,000. If, I guess, worst case scenario, we have more applications than we have funding, we will probably have to reduce funding amounts. But if you are eligible, you should get something. Selection committee's been established. It'll include Mary Jo and myself, as well as a representative from Archuleta County and Robert Clark, who we've mentioned a few times as the CDC director. And there may be a couple other folks from the county. But it isn't a complicated application, but being government, there are several criteria. Not only do you have to fit the type of business that they want, you have to show revenue loss between 2019 and 2020. And you have to attest to that, as well as be a licensed Colorado located business. And there's a couple other things like that.
Yeah, I also understand you do have to have, I believe, at least one employee. It's not available for sole proprietors. That application is on the chamber website already, and it's also on the county website. So if you go to the chamber's homepage and you scroll down just a little bit under chamber and community news, there is a COVID graphic there. Just click on learn more and you'll see that application there. As Laura mentioned, it is simple. Laura, I've been getting a couple questions from, not a lot, but a few businesses that say, I opened up. I know that there's also a caveat about opening between January and March, but some businesses don't have year-to-year comparisons for losses. Can they still be eligible to apply?
Yes, you do have to sign kind of an attestation that that you are eligible based on all of the listed criteria. So we don't want to go through everyone's financials, so we're trying to make it as simple as possible. Obviously, I think the selection committee would follow up if we have a question or something isn't measuring up, but it also needs to show that you're a legitimate Colorado business in good standing with the Secretary of State. And we understand that 2020 opened businesses are also eligible.
Great. Yeah, I keep telling people not to leave money on the table, and applications like this one are pretty simple compared to some of the other ones that are out there. So similar to what the town did as far as their extension of $7,500 for our businesses, which the response to that was amazing. And there was actually, as you mentioned, many more requests than there was money. And actually our town council extended more money so that everybody could be funded the full $7,500. So kudos to our town for doing that as well. And now for Archuleta County for going after these funds, again, to help our business community. Laura, what do you see coming down the pike with the new stimulus bill, and how can Region 9, what kind of services can our businesses reach out to you for in this time of need? Again, I feel like we're kind of going back through April and May with a whole new package that, we've already been through once, and now we're coming back around again. And businesses are interested, and the rules are a little different, and the guidelines are a little broader. So can you give us some guidelines and some guidance?
Sure. And I think, Mary Jo, you mentioned earlier, and you're so correct, if you can find some grant funding right now, usually for-profit businesses can't get grants, but right now they're really trying to keep and buffer our businesses and keep them open. If you need assistance, not just financially, but just advice, what we're seeing, a lot of businesses are transitioning, they're selling, because if you've been a longtime business owner, you may just be tired and you're like, let's move on. Let's, let somebody else with renewed energy, new ideas take over. We can help with that. We just don't want you to close. We want you to continue in whatever capacity we can keep this business moving and retain jobs. What I do know with the new stimulus package is probably that PPP is going to have a bigger forgiveness component. I know that, those applications went out before all the guidelines were set, and there's been a lot of confusion. So if you do have PPP, I believe that is going to continue to be more helpful rather than another area of debt for businesses. I would also say that many of the communities are really looking at how they can waive utility bills, how they can continue to help with mortgages and rents. I know us at Region 9, we just are looking to waive our principal and interest for January and February, because we know, the winter is a tough time, especially for our restaurants and our tourism-based industries. And I guess one thing I want to say, I don't want to ignore the fact that a lot of non-restaurants and tourism-based businesses are also struggling. So please don't feel that you are in any way sidelined because restaurants tend to get so much attention. We are happy to, call our office. We will talk to you. We will try to refer you to whatever programs we can. We're finding new programs all the time. I know First Southwest Bank has just released another loan program, which ideally, as a bank, they have to do loans, but they're doing great, just great terms, and we're just seeing a lot, and it changes daily. We did that Energize Colorado. Region 9 helped over, gosh, I don't even know how many businesses. We're just tallying that for the end of the year, but we gave out over $800,000 in grants. And I believe that program is trying to re-up and continue as well. And then I made a note of a couple other things coming down the pike from the Office of Economic Development. So stay informed, stay patient, stay involved with the chamber, because that's really where you're going to get your information, and hang in there. I know we hope hindsight is 20/20, as we say.
Well, thanks, Laura. I appreciate that plug. One other partner we just want to mention as well is the Small Business Development Center, the SBDC. And again, consultants are available for you to help you through this, whether it's your financials, restructuring. They've got a lot of consultants, and we've got them here in Pagosa Springs, so they're happy to meet with you. Laura, we're going to call in or virtually call in tomorrow and listen to the Economic Forum. I know you're going to be presenting, so that'll be great. And we'll thank everybody. Again, this show was created to get out timely information and information that can really be useful to you. So for those of you who live stream us at 2:30, great. If not, and some businesses out there that really could use this help, have them stream us at another time and listen to these shows. Again, we try and get this to you in a timely and informative fashion. And we try and have great guests on, like Laura Lewis Marchino, again, the Executive Director at Region 9 Economic Development District. That's it for our show today, everybody. Laura, thank you so much. Please remember there are lots of avenues out there for you to get this information. One of the most important ones is the Chamber website. So and if you have any questions, or you hear rumors, or you hear things, or you need an answer, just call us. That's what we're there for. We try and stay up to date on as much as we can and as current as it is. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate your time. Happy New Year. Here's to a wonderful 2021. Let's get out there and make it a great one. Thank you, everybody.